guys, how's it going? I wanted to come on and do a video and show you guys how to weight and put together your reborn dolls. I'm sending little Sherry home today, and I wanted to show you guys how I do that, especially with this one, because the client has requested that she be weighted a certain way. So let me show you guys how I do this, and this might help you a little bit. Things you're going to need, okay? You're going to need a good sharp pair of nail clippers. These are not like typical nail clippers. These you can buy out of the nail section at like Walmart, or you can get them at any craft store. I find these are awesome for cutting ties. You're going to, of course, need your zip ties that come with your bodysuit. Do not use X-Acto knives or scissors. And the reason I say this is because when you have your zip tie on and your limbs on, and you're using scissors to cut your tie, it is very easy to accidentally slip and either cut your vinyl or put a gouge in it or cut your bodysuit or even your hand. So I would not recommend scissors for this, okay? I think these clippers were just a few dollars. I mean, I've had them forever. At the very most, they wouldn't be any more than $5. I don't even think they were that much, to be honest. You're also going to need glass beads, and I have a big picture of glass beads here. And you're going to also need some nylon stockings. You can either use the little small ones, the little knee-highs, or I like to use the great big long ones for inside the body. And you're going to need some polyfill. And that's all you're going to need. If I forgot anything, I'm sorry, but we'll find out here in just a few minutes. And of course a scale. I'm sorry, your scale. And this is for weighing out your parts so that you can get an exact weight for your baby. Okay. I bought this off of eBay fairly cheap. I think it was about $16 maybe. I mean, not much at all. And it's got different weights. You can do ounces and pounds, and that's how I do with my baby, because it gives me an accurate measurement. If you do not have anything like this, you can, after you get your baby all packaged up and weighed, you can do like your weight. You can get on there and take your weight, and let's say you weigh 120 pounds. You get on your scale, the scale reads 120. Get off the scale, grab your baby and hold her or him, and get back on the scale, and the weight difference is going to be around what your baby weighs. But it is probably going to be flawed, just to be honest with you. It's not a very accurate way of weighing, but I mean, it's better than nothing if you don't have something to weigh your stuff out. So here's my goal. My client wants this baby to weigh 7 pounds. She wants a little bit of a heavier baby because Sherry is, and this is Sherry by Natalie Book. Sherry is a 22-inch baby. That's comparable to Saskia. And I usually target my 22-inch dolls to be around 3 months. So, but that's what she wanted. She wanted just a little bit of an older baby. So, we already know, well, let me tell you so you'll know. Your kit, your vinyl without anything in it, all your vinyl pieces, your bodysuit, and your polyfill and your ties, all that together is going to weigh right around a pound. Okay, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but that's going to give you a good guesstimate to start out with. So I've already got a little baggie, I call it, full of glass beads. This is going to go in the bottom of my doll, and I'm going to pour some more to get a baggie for the chest area here. Okay, so my target is to have a half a pound each in each limb, and that's going to give me 2 pounds. Okay, we know that our kit and everything else weighs about a pound, so that's going to put me at 3 pounds. So I need 4 more pounds. Okay, I'm going to put about a pound in the head, and then I'll do about 1.5 each. Okay, so that's going to give me a total of 7 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn on my scale here and see where I'm at. I'm at 1.5 pounds here, so I'm good. So I need another 1.5 pounds of glass beads. So let's see how close I can get just by eyeballing. Wow, not too far off. I'm about 115 right now. And my client also wants the baby to be floppy, and she wants the head to go back, to fall backwards like a real baby when you pick her up. So I'm also going to be showing you guys how to do that as well. And I'm at 1.5 pounds. So I'm going to tie this off. And then what I'm going to do is wrap it in itself. I could go ahead and snip the remainder off, but I'm just going to tie it within itself and make it a little bit more durable. And I know it's kind of silly, but I always just tap just to make sure nothing falls out or there's no holes or anything in my stockings. Okay. So I kind of feel a little bit better now that I have some extra reinforcement there. Because we definitely want to make our dolls to last a lifetime or more. For our clients. Okay. So we got our 3 pound. I've got my 3 pounds in the body. To make it more firm, you're going to tie it. You're going to make a smaller sack and tie it. And that's going to give you the firmness. To make it more loose and floppy-ish, you make it a little larger and tie it. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and start. You're gonna locate the back of the baby, where the baby's bottom would be here. You're gonna use, you may not have this gather. Some bodysuits don't, but this one does, and if yours does, you're gonna want to take and put your sack down at the very bottom of the doll slip. And you're going to want to kind of create a bottom for the baby. And this is also where you want your weight to go, okay? Because if you notice, most people that hold babies, they'll sit and they'll just pat their bottom. It's kind of like a soothing mechanism for the baby. So I'm going to put my pouch of beads down here at the bottom. I'm going to make sure that that's good and even. Okay, and then I'm going to take some polyfill. I'm going to put that right there in the, a little bit right there in front of that sack of beads. Just so that when they do feel the back of the baby there, it'll feel more soft rather than like a sack of beads. Okay, and that's where the baby's weight's gonna be. A lot of the baby's weight's gonna be to simulate the bottom of the baby. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add in some polyfill. And for the same reason that I mentioned before, just so that the client feels more soft rather than a sack of glass beads. But yet we still have that weight and we still have that realism feel in there. Okay. And it does take practice. To get it just how you want it. And we also want to make sure that we do not overstuff, okay? When you overstuff, it just does not look good, guys. Honestly, it doesn't. You can tell that, I mean, you can tell big time. And I am, in the past, I've been very bad at wanting to overstuff my babies. So I'm always having to go back and redo it. Okay? Okay, so right now, this is how we're looking. And I do a little test. I'll take and I'll see if the baby can fold in half, and she can. So that's giving me my movement. And I know that she's not overstuffed. Okay? Alright. Let's lay this aside for a few minutes and let's go ahead and work on our head. Now, some people will go ahead and they'll just pour the glass beads straight in the head, and some still use, the nylons for inside the head, and you can do whichever you're more comfortable with. But I like to have everything in a nice little neat package. So, of course, I'm going to put it in a stocking. And plus that lets me weigh everything out and kind of tell where I'm at with my weight. And some people don't care about precise weight. And that's fine. Not everybody's going to. But some people do. And also it's very important to have it at the weight they need it, because some have back issues. And, some can't lift a whole lot of weight. So they need, a lot smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and start pouring in my glass beads. And I order my glass beads off eBay. I get the extra fine. You can use whatever style you like. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, I went a little overboard there. I got almost 2 pounds. So I'm going to have to put some of those back. Okay. So, now, let's see where I'm at. I'm still a little bit over. I'm at almost 1.5 pounds. Okay, I'm at 110, so I can live with that. We don't need this anymore. Right at this moment. So I'm going to set that aside for just a moment. Give me a little extra room to get my head out here. And this, because I did it outside the head, I'm going to have to maneuver it in just a little. And I'll show you what I mean. Go ahead and start with a little bit of polyfill. I'm going to have to go ahead and start stuffing this in this way. And since the mom is wanting the head to fall backward, like a real baby if you pick her up, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my little sack of beads stays closer to the back of the baby's head. And I just made her hair look all crazy. Okay. I'm always checking there to make sure my magnet's still in place. My eyes are still in place and glued in real well from when I sealed everything. And I'm going to finish stuffing everything with polyfill. And like I said, I'm going to put the majority of the weight in the back of the head. So a lot of my polyfill is going to go up front here. Okay. Oh, she's so precious. I hate to see her go home, but she has to. Okay, and that feels really nice and really firm, but you can tell that it's not over packed. So when the mommy picks her up, her head will definitely go this way, okay? So, now, let's go ahead and weight our limbs. What I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to take my leg, I'm going to pour my beads straight into it. Okay, and then I'm going to maneuver them down into the foot and down and down so that they go over this bend, and down into the foot. Okay, and you're going to tap to pack everything down, and then add some more. Okay, let me get a weight on that, and then if we're good on the weight, then we'll go ahead and just top everything off with polyfill. Okay, I'm right at a pound. So I need just a little bit more though to hit the mark. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it. I'm going to pack it down as far as I can get it to pack. And then top it off with polyfill. I'm to right about here with the glass beads. And actually you can see with the shadow. And you can use, if you like, you can use the rings. I don't use the rings, but some people like them. And it creates like a little, almost like a little plug, if you will. But I've never had any issues with just adding polyfill. None of my stuff has ever come out. So you can also, if you'd like, You can do a little bit of a, I guess you could do like a little nylon at the top or something to hold that in, but okay guys, so once you do that to the rest of the limbs, I don't want to make this video too long, you're going to do all your other limbs the exact same way. We're going to get our body ready. Okay. So, if you use strings, don't. No, I can't tell you what to use. That's your decision. But I have had nothing but trouble out of strings. When I get bodysuits that have strings, I throw the strings away and use my own zip ties. The strings will come untied. Just so you know, they will come untied. Okay, so this is pretty self-explanatory here. You're just going to feed through your zip tie, do the little opening, but first make sure you check it to make sure it's turned the right way to go into the casing there. Okay. Okay, and double check that everything is how I want it here. I think I want just a little bit more polyfill at top. Alright, so you're going to take your hand, well, you're still not seeing it too good, are you? Okay, so just tighten up your zip tie. I'm going to have to lay her down here to do it, sorry. I almost was able to do it one-handed, but I didn't quite make it. Okay. Here's a mess. Okay. So now I've got my head on. I'll make sure it's nice and tight, but yet where it's still movable. And it is. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my clippers . Let me position so you can see. And this is the one I'll be showing you how to do it. so that I'm not doing every single limb and taking up a lot of video space, okay? So let me go ahead and lay her down this way, and I'll zoom you in closer so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay. So, as you can see here, I've got the zip tie in and tied. I still got a little leeway here in the head so that if the mom wants to move the head around, she can. But not so much that the head's going to fly off at any time. Now I'm going to take my clippers and I'm going to cut off my tie. Sometimes you can get lucky and get a clean cut, and other times you'll have to go back and cut off the excess, which I'm having to do, of course. Be careful not to nick your doll. And that gives me a clean, non-sharp cut. Now, what you can do is you can take your bodysuit, the ends here, and cover this zip tie stump, as I call it. Okay, but guys, listen, be very careful. You don't want to rip your bodysuit. Okay, so really what you're doing is you're just using these to grasp. And you can also, if you'd like to, use some tweezers. Okay, and then just, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing, can you? And just put this over the stump there. Okay, and the client won't even be able to see it. Okay, so I hope this has helped you with weighting your dolls and getting them ready to go home. I'll get this little beautiful girl some arms and legs on and get her dressed and get her in her box and on her way to her mommy in sunny Florida. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would, please give me a like and share with your friends. I'd also love to have you as a subscriber. Have a great day.